Hello, my fellow Planeswalkers. I am the MTG Hero. Before we get started, I'd like to ask that if you're not, please consider subscribing to the channel. And if you enjoy the content, give this video a like, as it really goes a long way and helps out more than you could ever know. I also stream over on Twitch, so after the video, go on over there and give me a follow to be notified whenever I go live. I am also a TCG Player affiliate. This means that by using my affiliate link in the description whenever you order from tcgplayer.com, the channel gets a small kickback at no cost to you, and it is a great free way to help support the channel. But if you're feeling extra generous and want to help support what I do directly, I also have a Patreon with benefits for my patrons. Links to my stream, TCG Player, my Patreon, and my social media will be listed below. Now that that's out of the way, I love me some mid-range goodness, and I thought a perfect follow-up to the Gen video would be Naya. I've been tinkering with this deck for a long time, since a version of it topped the new Capena Championship. However, builds for the deck have become a bit stagnant, as most players were just jamming the same deck with only a change or two in the sideboard. So I took it upon myself to update the deck and tune it to the modern meta and fix a few issues I've seen with the popular build of the deck that I believe held it back from being tier 1. Most of these cards don't need an introduction. This is just a hodgepodge of all the best cards in Naya colors. The big change I made to the deck from the build that topped the new Capena Championship was cutting most of the cards that had double color requirements, like Skyclave Apparition and Workshop Warchief. These cards are fantastic, but they're really taxing on a 3-color mana base when you play too many. I split the difference by maxing out on copies of Brutal Cathar. Brutal Cathar is really good. It gives us a Skyclave Apparition removal effect, and it flips over to a great blocker and attacker. And it also has a lot of synergy with Fable of the Mirrorbreaker. When it flips over to Reflection of Kiki-Jiki, we can make a copy of Brutal Cathar, exile a blocker, or exile an attacker. It just does a lot for the deck, and I really like it. Another change I made to the deck was I added in another copy of Valorous Stance and 2 copies of Fateful Absence, just to have a little bit more interaction, removal, and protection, what have you. This really complements the early interaction of Voltage Surge, which might look a little weird to some players, but we have Gala's Greeters, which makes treasure tokens, and we get treasure tokens off of our Goblin token whenever it attacks. So we can sacrifice those tokens to deal 4 damage to something, or even sacrifice like an extra chariot in a pinch. I've never had to do that, but it is an option. I've really loved how this deck has come along. It's the perfect example of an aggressively slanted mid-range deck, which longtime viewers know I just love, and I really like how it takes over a board while retaining resilience and has a lot of removal. I'm extremely excited to show you this deck in action, so let's jump into some games. Alright, we're on the play. This hand is pretty good. I can't really complain too much about it. I'm gonna keep it. Yeah, let's lead on that since it has to come into play tapped anyway. We'll make our decisions from there. Okay. We didn't have anything we could do on turn 2 anyway besides a Fateful Absence, which we still can do. So I'll just pass, see if they want to play. Which one's this? Yeah, I'll kill that. And then we have both Seiju for a green. So I'm just gonna play both Seiju as a green, give me all my colors. Go with Wedding Announcement, get that online. Start building up a board. And we killed this literally because it's a mana dork. And we can't exile it with Brutal Cathar because it's a werewolf and it has protection from werewolves. So, if you're wondering. So, if I attack, I'm probably just going to trade with one of their tokens. There's no need to do that. I can play Brutal Cathar and exile 1, but I'm just going to play another Wedding Announcement and pass the turn. Literally no sense in sacrificing our creature like that. Okay, which one's this one do? Ooh, that's the good one. Ugh. So we already have double white, so we can just play that as a green. I can play Brutal Cathar and get rid of the token. Yeah, let's do that. And I'm just going to pass, keep letting my board grow.
Aid the underprivileged. They may be a god in disguise.
Sure.
Consider the evil within yourself.
Okay, so I'm just going to take out their Planeswalker here. Now we flash in our Planeswalker.
Now you've done it.
So I can put a counter on one of these to guarantee our Planeswalker dies, or I can just put a counter here to kill that, which I think I'm going to do.
I have got new moves to teach.
I thought you'd behave better.
We draw a card, our board grows, so now we're in a very good position.
No peace, my enemy.
Okay, we're getting a little flooded here. I guess I'll play this. Activate Den of the Bugbear, which is going to be great. It's a lot for them to take on. I'll put my counter here so they can't trade with our Bugbear.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
Yeah, again, let's just take out the Planeswalker. Their Planeswalker's going to die no matter what now, so we can just put the token going to the face.
I think I've done enough here.
Okay, so now they have nothing in hand, or now they're going to have something in hand, but they were basically hell-bent, and they're one-on-one with our board. And we can manually flip our Brutal Cathar. Okay, our opponent's board's getting a little big. I'm not too worried. So what can I do here? I can play Luminarch Aspirant. Put a counter here.
I have got new moves to teach you.
Play Valorous stance. Take that out. Put a counter here. Do we want to crack in? Yeah, because we're just going to trade a token. Their warden's going to eat one of our tokens, and I think I'm okay with that. They fall to 12. This flips. I'm taking their warden. So that's gone. Okay, what's this? Okay. Yeah, we're flooding just a little bit. That's mildly annoying. Activate Den. Put a counter here.
We've got the edge in this fight.
Counter here. We'll attack in like that. Okay. Doesn't matter. If they want to trade for Den, that's okay with me. Because they fought a 7. Oh, geez. Okay. That's a little concerning.
Back off.
I'll take that. So I can exile their big 6/6. And I'm doing this now in case of how they block. I might want to flash in the Wandering Emperor. And that's enough for them to scoop it up. Very good game. All right, this is pretty solid. I'm going to keep it. Let's round the tap lane because we don't have anything else to do. I'll follow it up with Den of the Bugbear, and that'll give us all of our colors anyway. All right, that's a pretty good pickup. Get our greeters online. Okay, still nothing from our opponent. They look like an Azorius deck if I was guessing. I know I'm going to want another red source later to activate the end of the Bugbear, so let's go ahead and run it out now. I'll go for Fable. Put a counter on greeters. Crash in for 2. They still could be Esper. Okay, yeah. their Esper. Do I want to discard anything in my hand against Esper? I don't think this land's particularly very good. I kind of want to keep everything else. I'm pitching the land in hopes to get another white source. All right. That worked out pretty well. My hand's pretty good, but I don't want to run out Legion Angel into a counter spell. So I'm going to go for Fable. And I'm making my land drop there to play around Disruption. So we're going to crack, get a free treasure. Our opponent falls to 13. We're in a pretty good spot. Okay, still nothing from our opponent. Put a counter on it. I'm gonna pitch my Cathars here. We picked up another one, which is perfectly acceptable. So if I run out my Legion Angel and we get the counter, it's not gonna do anything. I mean, it will, but we're not gonna get lethal. We're only gonna get in for 9 damage versus 8. So I think I'm just going to be conservative. Get in for my 8 here. And then that way... I mean, there's an argument to be made that we could win if we activate our Den of the Bugbear out there, but they have to have something.
You started this fight, but I'm
Okay, they're gonna exile my creature. I'm gonna let it happen, and I'm gonna resolve Legion Angel.
I am almost sad to see you go.
I'm gonna hold on to Brutal Cathar there. So that's Meat Hook for 3.
Protect my people. Strike fast and strike hard.
Okay, so our Legion Angel survives.
Try not to. Guards, to me.
Okay. Crack in for 5.
We must protect.
And I'll pass turn, hold up Surge. We left ourselves open to another Meat Hook, but I can't imagine them playing more than 2. And having the second one's pretty unlikely. And we would still have an Angel afterwards. Unless they made a land drop too. Yeah, I think we left ourselves open to land drop plus another Meat Hook. They got one. Okay. Yeah, we can't play around that.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
Crack in for 5. Even if they had the meat hook there and we played around it successfully, we would have just been left with a Legion Angel that wasn't lethal.
For a complex plan. Let's implement.
Yeah, I think they're dead here.
And some think time only flows in one direction.
Strike fast and strike hard.
All right, that's Esper. All right, so we're on the draw with a pretty clunky hand. We have all 3 drops, but they're all good 3 drops. I'm going to give it a shot and hope that double wedding announcement's enough to carry us through the game. All right, mono black. I don't think it matters. I think we're gonna get all our colors anyway. But I'm gonna hold these because I do want to get double white. And if I draw something else, I'd rather play it. Okay. So there's the Luminarch. This will be our white source. Put our counter there. Alternatively, we could just play this as a white source because we don't need red right now. And I think I favor that. Crack in for 3, see what they want to do. They want to trade, or they want to sacrifice their creature, sure. They want to get that lesson. Okay. So, I'll run out wedding announcement. They want to waste a field of ruin like that? Sure. You got it, friend. I guess they seen that we were valuing the double white for some reason. That makes sense. Okay, there's our red. I think I want to keep growing the board. So I'm just going to attack with 1 creature. Okay. There's another white source, so we got that online. Yeah, from this position, I'm just gonna play a Brutal Cathar. crack in for 8 because I'm expecting a sweeper, and I would rather just draw cards anyway right here. Because the odds of them just untapping and playing Blood on the Snow right here is very high. Do they not have it? They don't have it.
You require my aid. I will get it.
Oh, they probably had a tapped land and couldn't do it. Okay, that makes infinitely more sense. So what we can do here is we can play Brutal Cathar. Get rid of 1.
Aren't I the generous one?
And we attack for lethal. All right, we navigated that one greatly. All right, we're on the draw. I'm going to keep this because we have all of our colors. Yeah, I'll keep. Needs a little bit of help, but it can get there. Okay. Guess this could be a white source. I'll lead on greeters because it'll just get better as we continue to play the game. And it requires other things to make it good. Looks like we might be against mono green. That'll make this Valor stance really good. Yeah, it's most definitely mono green. Okay. Interesting build of mono green. I'm gonna make a tap treasure token. And just pass the turn. Okay. No blocks. Okay. So from this position, I think I value this more in my hand. I could slam Chariot. Or I could just use removal spells. I think I'm just going to use my removal spells here. Divide up my threats. Pass the turn. Okay. Sure. Trigger on the stack. Take that out. Okay, we picked up a land, so it was our land drop. I can slam Chariot, or I can Valorous stance. I think I played Chariot. I'll put a +1/+1 counter on it. Make a treasure token. Put my counter here. And I'll attack. If they want to trade, I'll let it happen. Alright, we got our value. Now... Oh. Okay. Did not expect that. I'm gonna take the hit. Okay. Does that change up how I want to do things? If I play Angel, it'll require a treasure token. I won't be able to play the second Angel. What I'll probably do is I'll go ahead and run out the Emperor.
I am the Emperor of Kamigawa. You will protect my people. You are not much of a roadblock.
We don't have to run out the Emperor there, but the reason I did it is because I don't want them to have like a Snakeskin Veil or a Tamiyo's or something to save it. I'm gonna buff my token so they can't trade with it. I would never flash in the Emperor, or not play the Emperor at sorcery speed unless I was worried they had something, but if they did, they might have held it up, but I didn't want to play that risk. And they scoop it up. All right, we're on the play. This hand's really solid. I'm going to keep it. We have access to all of our colors. And we have a really good curve of like Luminarch into Fable the Mirrorbreaker. So we're going to play this in our first 2 turns regardless. We might as well just play it on turn 1. Okay, looks like we're against Izzet. We're gonna need a white source. This is the best we got. Oh, Grixis, okay. Neat. Okay, this has to be a green. Just give us all of our colors. We don't want to get choked later. So we're gonna get Fable online. That's the one that gets +1/+1 lifelink. Yep. Do I want to discard anything? I'll discard an Emperor. Actually, I think I discard both Emperors because I can't play them. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, that's a decent pickup. So play Luminarch. Put a counter here and attack. We're doing this a little backwards, but we have to. And I'll play Greeters. Ideally, you always want to play Greeters first, but I don't want to trade my token for their 2/2, if I can help it. Which one's this one? +2/+2 Death Touch. we're gonna get a greeter's trigger. I'm gonna put a counter on it. I guess I'll play Brutal Cathar. Take that. I'll take a tap treasure counter. Put my counter here. So now that can't trade with anything we have. They fall to 10. Unless they'll sweep the board here, we're in a really good position. And even if they do, we get to recover with Legion Angel and Fable the Mirrorbreaker. That kind of sucks, but whatever. That's going to turn on their stuff. Okay, they're foretailing something. Not sure what it could be. So I can go for Chariot here. Or I can just play another Fable of the Mirrorbreaker. I think getting Chariot online is important. And I'm doing this pre-combat to get greeter triggers. And that's enough for our opponent to scoop it up. All right. I think that was going to be a real grindy game. Unfortunate. All right, on the play, we have really solid curve of Luminarch into Fable of the Mirrorbreaker. We have removal. We definitely keep it. It looks like our lands are automatically going to be layered as Den of the Bugbear into this is a white source and play this and get all our colors. So I think we just have to do that. Okay, this is the mono blue deck. That's a really cool deck, actually. We'll go into Luminarch. Don't flip, don't flip, don't flip. Dang it. And they have Essence Capture, so we gotta watch out for that. I suppose... We'll attack first, try to get him a blow removal or something so we can safely stick Fable the Mirrorbreaker. They have something. Okay, I think they're really wanting to hold up that Essence Capture. I'm going to go for Fable. If they have Negate, they have Negate. Well, I suppose this deck mostly plays Spell Pierce, right? So we got to take that into consideration. Think about playing around Spell Pierce in the future. Alright, we get it. Cool. They're probably going to bounce the token, if I was guessing. No. Okay. As long as they value that Essence Capture and we don't have anything to, you know, cast into it, I think we're in a good position. Okay, do I want to discard anything? I think I'm safe pitching these. Yeah, okay, I'm happy with that. I'm gonna play this as a land just to play around the soft disruption spell. Go to combat. Kind of want my token sticking around. So if we put a counter on Luminarch, it becomes a prime target for Fading Hope. And our Goblin already is a target. I guess we'll just do it. Divide up our threats. Get in for the most amount of damage possible. Okay, yep. That's what I thought. And we can attack. Get in right there. And we can play our Luminarch to bait the Essence capture and then play a Wedding Announcement for free. Because I don't want to cast anything else into a negate. Let's go for that. Because if that Delver becomes a problem, we can always Fateful Absence it. Oh, they're letting us have it. Okay. So I'm going to go for Wedding Announcement. Spell Pierce. There it is. Delver doing work. I would expect nothing less. Okay, we hit another Luminarch. I'm just going to go to combat, put my counter here. And this is our grand plan to play Faithful Absence to remove the Delver and play around Spell Pierce. That's our grand plan. Okay, they're going to fall to 9. We can go for it right now. I'm going to go for Chariot right here. And that way we play around the Disruption spell. And we get Chariot. Oh, geez. Okay, they discarded a land. We'll pass right here. They got to have something. Because if they're just trying to race us with the Delver, we're going to win that race all day. Okay. And this is, yeah, being a combat. Okay. What are you locking down? They're locking down Reflection of Kiki Jiki. Good choice. Oh, wait, no. Did they just tap it? Oh my god, they just tapped it. That's all they did. I thought they were locking it down. I guess they can't, because it has to be tapped for it to non-tap. Okay, that makes sense. I'm done. I still wouldn't have done that. I would have tapped down something and not let it go. So they probably have Spell Pierce or Fading Hope, right? So I'm just gonna go to combat. I'm I'm not going to activate my chariot because we get in for more damage this way if they have Fading Hope. They got a block. They have to block and have Fading Hope, right? Yeah, that's what I think they have to have. Yeah, they should have just locked down one of our creatures. Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense that that's what they have. So they discarded their entire hand for that. We let it through. And then I'm going to Fateful Absence. Take out the Delver. Because our creatures are phased out, they can't lock them down with that. And I'm going to pass the turn and hold up Wandering Emperor. Sure. They're going to level it up. No clue token. Okay. Trying to grab the Fading Hope. You got nothing. We ain't got nothing for you, tap down. We make a 2-2, and our opponent scoops it up. Alright, time for the wrap-up. This deck is awesome. We played a lot of opposing mid-range decks and control decks, and none of them could stand up to what we were doing. This is probably my new main for the remainder of the format whenever I play competitively. We didn't do anything too crazy with Reflection of Kiki-Jiki. Wish we did, because you can get in some really cool things, making copies of creatures, and then using Chariot to make copies of those tokens. It's fantastic. It just goes crazy, and I really wish I could have showcased that. But you'll have to try it out for yourself. Brutal Cathar was fantastic. Gala's Greeters was equally fantastic. I think this card's super sleeper, and I think we'll see a lot more of it probably after rotation. I think MVP probably has to be Wedding Announcement. This card is just bonkers insane. It has a really nice interaction with Den of the Bugbear, which we got to showcase. I really love that. That was great. Chariot, of course, was an all-star. No surprise there. The card's just broken. I really liked Legion Angel and the Wandering Emperor. No surprise, Wandering Emperor is a fantastic card. We're seeing it in all kinds of decks, and we'll probably continue to see it until Neon Dynasty rotates, honestly. But as always, if you enjoy the content, remember to give this video a like and subscribe, as it really goes a long way and helps out more than you can ever know. If you want to read my thoughts, opinions, strategy, and sideboard guide to this deck more in-depth, I will have an article going up on mtgazone.com, so be sure to check that out. It will be listed in the description. Remember that you can follow me over on Twitch to be notified whenever I go live playing all kinds of cool decks. Also, if you want to pick yourself up something nice from TCG Player, remember to use my affiliate link in the description so the channel gets a small kickback at no cost to you. It is a great free way to help support the channel and is basically a win-win for both of us. But like I said earlier, if you're feeling extra generous, you can go on over to Patreon and become a patron. Links to my article on MTGA Zone, my stream, TCG Player, Patreon, and my social media will be listed in the description below. So until next time, Planeswalkers, Hero out.